faculty member, Marty Summerness, to come down here to the front and introduce our next Hall of Fame inductee, Rebecca Shannonhouse. Dr. Summerness teaches journalism and law here in the School of Communication.
It has been said already that our students are the best anywhere. They're the equal of the best anywhere, and that really is true. And I'd just like to take a brief minute of personal privilege here because I'm going to tell a little story on Tracy. She flew in from Atlanta just recently. What she didn't tell you was last night she was honored as one of the 25 top women in Atlanta. It is indeed a great privilege to be here, to be with this great assemblage of students and former students. It's very humbling. And I could go on and sing Rebecca's praises, but you have a good summary of her career in the program and on the PowerPoint. So I'm going to take another personal privilege and tell some stories about her. When she was editor of the Lumberjack, Rebecca noticed that there were some problems with the photographs. They were murky, they were dark, the registration wasn't very good. So she went down and hung out at the Arizona Daily Sun where the newspaper was printed. And she hung out in the back alley where the pressmen would go and have their cigarettes at their breaks. And she'd just strike up a conversation with them and talk with them. She got to know them and started talking with them about some of the problems with the paper not looking as good as it might. And lo and behold, a 6-pack or a 12-pack or a beer might just happen to show up in that parking lot and stay there when she left for the pressmen to cool their throats with. And by gosh, the registration on those photographs got much, much better, and the presses were clean, and the paper looked very sparkling. She went out of her way to make that paper look good. And that was a much harder job than it is today because back then the Lumberjack was twice a week. Something else that I need to tell you about Rebecca is that she had an internship that many students would love to have. Rebecca's internship was at a world-famous magazine. You all have heard of it, Playboy. She can tell you some amazing stories about her experiences on the staff of Playboy. Now, there's a lot more I can tell you about her great career, but I'm going to tell you some more stories about her that aren't listed in the PowerPoint or in the program. For example, after she left daily journalism at the Daily Oklahoman and moved to New York City to pursue an MFA in writing, she supported herself by being a research assistant for a writer that many folks have heard of, a man whose books are considered some of the seminal nonfiction of the 20th century, Gay Talese. She really learned how to write well there and edit well there and to find out facts there. And so she gives back. She's come back to campus here as a part of the Unson program. She has taught at Baruch College. She's also taught at the famed New School. So she is a contributing member of the Academy as well. Additionally, she finds time to be busy freelancing as well. Her freelancing articles have appeared in the New York Times, the San Francisco Chronicle, USA Today, and just this week in the Washington Post. It has been my great pleasure to stay connected with Rebecca through all these years. I happen to be a subscriber to Bottom Line Health, the publication that she is the editor-in-chief of. It's a great, great publication, and it's very, very concise. I hold it up to my students all the time as a model of very, very precise, information-packed writing. So with that, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you a member of our Hall of Fame class for 2014, Rebecca Shannonhouse.
Wow. Thank you. I'm just, well, first of all, I'm still thinking about that story you told about the beer with the pressmen. I mean, I honestly don't remember that, but I trust that it's true. But I'm really so deeply honored to be here with all of these people who have such amazing careers. You know, when Anne called me, at first I was so dumbfounded. I said, what? I mean, I couldn't believe the recognition. But anyway, I trust that somebody thought it was okay, and I'm really thrilled to be here. But one thing that I did want to mention is, in addition to Professor Sommerness and Manny Romero, where did Manny go? Okay, there's Manny. The faculty members, as far as I'm concerned, are like the unsung heroes of all of these stories that have been told today. You know, honestly, when I came to NAU, a big part of the reason I ended up here is because I wanted to ski. And I knew that they had a journalism program. I was fortunate enough to get a scholarship. And it had this great snow bowl, and that was really a big part of it. But what happened in the process is I really hit the jackpot. I had no idea how fortunate I was in terms of the faculty that I would be working with. Bert Bostrom, who has actually recently passed away. These are all names you probably don't know. I don't know how many students are here, but you know, Dale Hoskins, Dave Bennett, Manny Romero, of course, Barthy Bird, George Taylor. There are all these people who had such a profound effect on me personally and the career that I ended up pursuing. And, you know, I was in the panel this afternoon, and I heard people talking, and all of this has been like, you know, a blast from the past, and a little disconcerting, really, to, you know, see the dorm where I was all these years ago and everything. But anyway, one of the things I was thinking about is, you know, the details of being here, the tests and the grades and all of that. I don't remember so much of that, but what I do remember is I remember how much the faculty members cared about the students. I remember how much they instilled in us this love of journalism, and you know, the ethics and the principles, all of that. You know, I feel like I got my first indoctrination to that here at NAU. And, you know, it's interesting that the thing that you mentioned about the pressman again, and again, that beer, I don't remember that at all. But in any case, so much of it for me has been these kind of life lessons that, you know, I picked up in being at a school at like NAU, where you got all this practical hands-on experience. And part of that was learning how to build relationships and learning how to, you know, function in the world. And all of that, you know, has come back to me in my career. You know, it's been kind of like this muscle memory that has, you know, been present for me when I've been in situations where I thought, oh man, what do I do now? And somehow, you know, there was an experience that I think laid some groundwork for that. So in any case, I'm kind of babbling at this point, but I'm thrilled to be here today, and you know, I can't thank Professor Somernus enough, and all the other faculty who contributed to this great honor. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Marty, and congratulations, Rebecca.